Well, guys, welcome back to the J.R.B podcast. I never thought I would see this day come back since it's been a long time since we've done it. As you guys know, this is not Josh we have here today. This is a Mr.
Hello.
Well, you can introduce yourself.
Hi. I'm Nathan.
Oh dear.
I'm not that interesting, but I'll sit here because I'm bored.
Could you have made that any more awkward?
Yes, I could have said it in Latin.
Alright then.
Oh.
Yeah, so as you guys know, we normally have like Josh on the podcast. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it today, but Josh, if you're watching or listening, which you probably are, shout out to you, and we'll try and phone into him later, but that obviously depends if he picks up, so... Yeah, so, well...
Cool, alright, bye.
As the silence goes. So,
what's first off the note list, guys?
so I feel like first we should kind of say like where we've kind of been over the last few months, like what we've been up to and like why the podcast hasn't been a thing.
I've been in bed.
No,
See, I think we all have.
Delete.
Cut.
Control delete.
Control Z. Oh. Yeah, so as you guys know, the original plan was to do the podcast every Thursday, but at first we kind of said we're going to take a break because we had our final major project coming up, and while it was kind of, I guess, a stressful time, I think we all kind of did well in the end. And the thing is, the podcast, we were obviously going to come back and do it after the FMP, but we just kind of...
We kind of just didn't do it. It was kind of just slipped off our minds, off our like priorities.
So it's like, I could sit here and give like an excuse saying like, oh, we were busy, or we were this, that, and the other, but if we're going to be straight up, we just kind of didn't do it.
We were sort of busy, but like... Well, we had time, but like we just couldn't be bothered.
It wasn't that... Well, no, I said to Reese before, I was like, in the summer, we met up once, I was like, do you want to do the podcast again? But like, I don't really know what happened with that. That just like went out the window for some reason. But either way, we're doing it today on a Thursday as well, so...
Season 2,
Hey. Again with the Thursday.
I don't know if you can call it season 2, it's like episode 9, but I'm sure a season has to have like a lot more than
Strange
that. But...
Things. Season 2 is 9 episodes.
See, I still haven't watched season 3 of that.
I haven't watched any of
What's the
Stranger
spaghetti?
Things, so you know.
I've not watched like any... No, I watched season 1 of Stranger Things. I think I watched the start of season 2. And I don't know what happened. Kind of like with the J.R.B podcast, it just didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
I didn't know I was in a studio. Didn't know this was reverb.
Oh no.
I think what we're going to realise is Reese is just not impressed by anything I say.
What?
I think it's no one is.
No, I don't know. What topics have we got?
Well,
I have no topics.
Well, anyways, so
That's
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be generic interview here and say like Nathan, kind of like, you know.
Tell
us
us, do
who
I get
you
interviewed? Is my
madness.
is my interview?
This is literally Nathan's like interview.
Alright, this is to see if I'm allowed to be on the J.R.B podcast.
Oh dear.
If I'm suitable.
Yep.
Which I don't know.
So like obviously like you have a YouTube channel and stuff like. What like made you like kind of start getting into like doing YouTube and stuff? And
a friend was like, "Hey, we should make a YouTube channel," and I was like, "Good idea." What's a YouTube channel? And so then that was in like year 7, and from then on, I made a Minecraft video.
Oh, that's
and
how
after that, I've deleted them all on my first channel, which I wish I just
life decisions.
I wish I just unlisted them so then I could watch them back and look at how much of an idiot I was. But
you haven't saved anywhere.
What?
I have saved anywhere.
I have a few. I found a few of them on my old computer, but no, I can't find. It's
How
really. That's
cringy
why.
are they?
That's why my voice. Nah, my voice was peaking a lot. It's not good.
See, like Minecraft made a comeback this year. You should have like reacted to the old videos of like you doing Minecraft and like I don't know replayed it.
Still do that because you have a few episodes.
Yeah, I could, or I could not do that.
But then what happens?
Oh wait, no! Isn't there like some like website where you can go back in time on the YouTube thing?
I've done that, but like on the website, I think it's like the Wayback. Is it Wayback?
Yeah, it's Wayback Machine. Yeah, because I know PewDiePie used it.
I don't know how it works properly, but I think like someone must have gone on that website in the current time and like told it to save the website. And obviously I didn't do that because I was in year 7. I was like, I didn't even know what YouTube was at the time, but I did. But like, just, you know what YouTube
was, but he makes a channel.
Oh,
yeah.
YouTube is that website that I'm always on. Wow, that I spend all my time on. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, he doesn't know what it is.
No. But yeah, so that's why I couldn't find my YouTube videos. Yeah.
So, the thing is that Wayback Machine, I think you need to have like a certain amount of like subscribers for it to actually recognize your channel. Because I tried doing it for my channel, but obviously I only have like 109 subscribers, so it's like there were no snapshots for mine. Same with like the JRB YouTube channel. I think if we tried doing it for this, because we're quite small, I don't actually think we'd have anything.
I don't know if it's like 300 hours a day or if it's 300 hours a minute. Quite a difference, but I don't know which one it is. Is uploaded to YouTube.
I think it's 300 hours a minute.
Okay,
I think that's
uploaded to YouTube. So if all of to be able to save all of that, it would take a lot, and that's just YouTube. So
that's why YouTube's like, that's why they've got to obviously have bots like running the system, because like as much as like we all kind of complain about like the algorithm and stuff, it's like you just can't physically have a person managing all of that.
So no wonder like there's an AI, but the AI is kind of like weird though. Like, I was watching some videos on it from Internet Historian and loads of other ones and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that it's
just like, well, apparently they're employing people from like everywhere. It's like some massive thing where it just gets fed information what's wrong and right, and in some cultures like being gay isn't like good, and a lot of gay people's like videos
and they still have countries
down
where they
just for the word.
I'm they still have countries where like they like set fire to gay people.
Yeah. All right.
Well, no, I'm
just saying.
That's not funny, really. That's just kind of shocking.
Yeah, why are you laughing, you horrid person?
Sorry, shit.
Keep it PG clean. We want to get monetized.
He really wants to buy a Tesla.
I need to make that YouTube money.
It does contain this sort of thing every time we introduce this podcast.
Well, no, look, what you said about
it will contain conflicting views.
Well, yeah, exactly. We're the same person.
So you're right, with YouTube though, I've noticed YouTube generally is quite supporting and quite good with like the LGBTQ plus community.
But like they strike every single video.
No,
so
but you know
you'll
why?
be surprised.
Nerd TV done Nerd City, not TV. What the hell? Nerd City done a video on it, which is good. Not
but see, from what I've seen though, I have seen it on Twitter a few times where they say like, oh, my video's been like age restricted or like just demonetized. I have seen it happen on Twitter a few times, but equally, I've also seen them kind of treat that community quite well. It kind of goes like 50-50.
You know why they treat it well? Because they feel like they have to, let's be honest. Because they want to have a good image. So that's why they treat it well. Because it's just a business tactic, isn't it?
Basically.
But then, but at the end of the day, they're still treating it well.
Yeah.
So it's like... I don't know. I think we just all accept, right, YouTube's that thing where it's like, it's one of those things, as much as you can complain about it, it's like, well, what can be really done to solve a lot of these issues with it, though?
Yeah, because it does have a lot of issues, but it's the only one out there.
But then look,
there's no other thing to replace it.
It's the only one who's got enough.
There's 2 other platforms, right? They're not as big, and they're kind of up and coming. There's one called BitChute. That's kind of like a YouTube alternative.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a whole like freedom of speech one, and usually when YouTubers get terminated off of YouTube, they go there. There's also another one, but I'm not sponsored or even to say this. I'm just saying this, but there's another one called Storyfire, which is
I have. Isn't that no? I heard because I stopped subscribing to. What's his name?
McJuggernuggets. I'll still watch him, to be fair.
I don't. I got, but he kind of like lost my interest after the Psycho series. Well, a bit after that, after he had that fight with the angry grandpa or whatever. I think. Did I say that? Yeah. I think,
he had that video with the angry grandpa. Yeah.
He had that series, and I started getting bored because he just kept doing the same thing over and over again. But I still followed him on Twitter, and I saw the Storyfire thing, and I thought I didn't know it was a video thing. I thought it was just writing stories.
Right. It started off as writing stories, but the thing is, the video is you have to get approved to upload videos onto it.
That's a good idea.
I love
actually.
how Reach just finds that funny, but
Well, no, I
like
was
a
laughing at Nathan because he just
obviously.
did a bad smile at me. I was like, you okay?
yeah, but your smile just like it slowly just creeps into a smile, and I was like, oh okay.
Oh, hello, someone's excited.
He's excited about
What?
Storyfire apparently, but no, with Storyfire though, you have to be like approved to upload videos onto it.
So it's not stories? Because I thought it was right.
It started off like that, but it's
Okay.
kind of moved into videos now.
Okay.
But people kind of saying like, well, don't get me wrong, it's good that you're doing this, but then if not everyone can upload to it, is it really going to take like be a competitor to
because
YouTube?
I think it is because it's taking a different approach. Because on YouTube, the reason small YouTubers can't be found is because they're so hidden under everything that's bad. And so if there was a way to sift through all the bad stuff by just not having it there, then that's what Storyfire's do.
But
That's Storyfire's way of doing
Are
it.
people going to give it like personally? I've given it a chance. I've used
Can you-
it. I
can you
kind
not?
of sorry.
Did you not put anything on there?
No, I've not put videos on there. I've like written stories on there
Right.
before, and it's like I do kind of think it's a good platform, but I also kind of think, well, me personally, I give it a chance. But someone like Reese, who doesn't know that, I'm not saying Reese, I'm using him as the example here. You know, if
You're the guinea pig.
if you can't like if it's not like YouTube, if you can't just freely upload to it, are people really going to give it a chance? That's all I want to know. Because that's kind of why YouTube became so big, is because it was like, oh, well, you can just kind of upload whatever you want when you want onto it. And obviously, before the whole demonetization came in, it was like, you know, you could run ads on your videos. So that's
again-
why YouTube kind of went big.
Again, that's why YouTube did the smart thing and made it like 4,000 hours, is it? 4,000 hours and 1,000
Yeah.
subscribers, I believe.
See,
To be able to get monetized, and they did that because people were just uploading for the sake of the money.
now I
And
kind
What's your point here? Like the fact that
Nothing, we're just
small
talking about it.
YouTubers are unable to get views or what?
right, small YouTubers, right? Here's how the algorithm. I saw a big YouTuber. His name's Tim Tom on YouTube. He reached 1 million subscribers, and he told us how the algorithm worked. He said, when you're small, YouTube won't promote your videos or push them out because they don't know who's going to like them.
Yeah.
Like, if you come onto a website, you want to have the best videos showcased for new
because
viewers.
they know it's a safe option to put all the Logan Pauls and everything.
Logan Pauls.
Well, they're all the same, now,
Well,
aren't they?
they
Let's
just
be
put up
honest.
stuff.
They're
that
all the
gets
same.
views,
Let's
so
film a
they
dead
go,
body or
this
whatever.
is popular with other people who
Yeah.
have the same kind of content.
And they know
And
it's,
they go,
it's
"Oh,
safe.
just
That's a
trust
safe
that."
route to pick because
Yeah.
they know that they're going to
It's
get
like a safety
views.
net.
Before you even like before the algorithm even thinks about recommending you need to get enough organic views and watch time. Once you get all that, then they'll start pushing your videos out. But then it kind of depends. Like if you're not monetized, there can be issues if you're getting pushed out. But
Well,
the thing is,
a lot of people now on YouTube get their money either through Patreon or
Sponsors.
Big boy
as well.
Patreon.
yeah, or sponsors.
And-
Those are the two main
yeah.
things. I think is there like a YouTube like you can like give YouTubers a monthly thing.
Yes, sponsor.
It used to be like the YouTube tip jar or
It's
Sort
something.
of sponsor.
But
or
yeah,
something.
it's
Yeah,
like
it's like
yeah.
£5
It's
a
like
month.
when you join them or something or join their channel.
Okay,
Yeah,
it
it gives
might
you
be
like
available
some
now.
weird advantages, but it's not like cool advantages really. It's
it
only
might
like
be
chat
available now,
advantages
but
and
when it
live
first
streams.
came out, it was only available in the US. They might have expanded it out now.
No, it's
But-
definitely
they have
out here now.
Yeah, I've
definitely.
seen UK.
Lots of
YouTubers with
English
it.
UK YouTubers are doing it. Are being like, oh yeah. I say lots, but they're not really
I don't
promoting
really- I don't
it. They
watch
just
it.
go, well,
I
it's
just
there,
watch
it's
it.
there. If you want to do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you don't have to.
Where do you guys think YouTube's going to be like within the next 5 years? Because if somebody told us 5 years
think-
ago that it would be like this now, we'd all... Maybe some people would expect it, as Reese just kind of stares at the ceiling.
Yeah, he's dying on you. He's thinking. He's
No,
thinking. That's his
thinking.
thinking face. But I think it's likely to go in the. I think there's going to be like two parts of it. It's going to be like the part that actually makes the money that goes and turns into like Amazon Prime and Netflix. He's already doing that with YouTube Red. No, It's turned into YouTube Premium, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's
It
YouTube
used to be
Premium.
YouTube. No,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
YouTube,
they're gonna
YouTube
do.
Red series.
You know what they're gonna do?
There's a
It's
lot
gonna
more of
turn
those.
into a monthly like subscription service to YouTube.
I don't think they'd do that.
Nah,
I
no,
think
that's
they
why
would
that's why
because
they
they're
have.
starting to do the
No, they
weird
have
like
YouTube
they
Premium.
have
That,
they
no,
have
but that would
YouTube
lose so much.
Premium.
That,
Yeah.
I don't think they would. 'cause
Nah.
it would lose.
They already have YouTube Premium.
Yeah,
man.
YouTube
Yeah.
Premium, but YouTube itself is always going to be
Oh,
free.
it's gonna move like Spotify then, like a streaming service.
Yeah. Like you
YouTube
get
has,
to
they
yeah,
have their own
yeah,
streaming
yeah.
service.
Because
restriction.
that's why they're so popular because
But
they're
I
free,
feel like-
because it's free content.
I feel like if they get too stupid with the restrictions, bare people are gonna just like attack them.
So this is
with,
why
like,
they're not going to
bombardments.
put payments as
they'll
restrictions
just make
on
it
the
optional.
actual website.
They'll
Yes,
force
YouTube
it.
Premium
They'll force
and
it a
streaming,
lot.
but not the website because that would lose money.
Mm.
Like it's kind of weird with business though. Like sometimes with business, right, the cheaper your stuff is, sometimes that kind of increases your profit. It's kind
Yeah,
of like
because then
with
more people are
stores.
like, oh, it's only so and so amount of money.
It's kind of like with stores. Like I know it's the cheaper. This isn't always, but sometimes the cheaper their price is, the profit goes up. I think it's called inverse proportion or something.
Okay.
When one goes down, the other one goes up.
But I think YouTube would be doing the wrong thing if they did that, because there's so many like Amazon Prime and Netflix. Those are the only one anyone knows. I think Apple have started doing their own one now, Apple TV Plus or something.
See, I heard about that, but I've not actually looked.
I'm not
into it.
interested. Well, I don't use Apple for a start, but like
He says, and he's got an Apple sticker on his laptop. See,
I bought myself an iPad, okay, many years ago.
Tut tut.
I know.
that is a tot right there, Nathan. How could you?
I
He
apologise.
said, well, says me. I like Apple. Like, Reese has borrowed my Mac because his mic and stuff works better on that. But
yeah.
see, I can't criticize Apple myself because I use a lot of their products. But like, I just think,
Yeah.
I mean, if I
I have
have
that
to use
awkward
it,
moment when you have to pay extra for
they're
a headphone
quite
jack.
good for what they are.
I don't know.
I like
Like,
how
I
they
do
look.
appreciate
overpriced,
Apple.
I will
I
say.
do like how they look. Obviously, with my work,
I will
I
say
can
they're
see them.
overpriced for what they are.
No, they
but
are.
they're good.
No, they're starting to get better. That's why they've made the
That's what I'm
iPhone
saying.
11 cheaper. Obviously, the Pro is just a stupid price, but you know.
Well, I remember when the iPhone 10 like very first came out. I swear it was like near enough $1,000. When it first launched.
No, because I like when it came out because everyone was being like, "Oh, Samsungs are terrible compared to this." When Samsung made the display for it, I was like, "Oh,
No, the
okay,
only thing,
sure."
See, I can't criticize like Androids on this anymore because they've improved their cameras. But the old cameras on the Androids, I used to think like
it's not even that their cameras were bad. It's just that because there's like the price range, like you can get a cheap phone and you can get a flagship. Obviously, there's gonna be more cheaper ones because that's just how it works. A lot of people would like rather a cheaper. Well, a lot more people would get the cheaper phone, and so that's why the stigma came. And it's just a meme now, isn't it? When there's like on Instagram, you
that's
see
what I mean.
iPhone
I
quality
know.
and then Android quality.
because that's like I don't know who it was. Out of one
not-
I used to
it's
post
not really
videos
true,
in the group
though.
chat.
On what? On Snapchat?
It's not
No.
really true.
What, about
like
the camera?
the fact that the quality's worse
No, it's not worse.
it's barely worse.
Yeah, but
No,
when
it completely depends what phone you have. 'Cause
Yeah,
you can get like
it depends what
you
phone
can get
have.
like a
But-
£16 Android. Of course, the 2.1 megapixel camera on that
Exactly,
is going to
yeah.
be terrible.
Well,
But if
like,
you get the newest, the Note 10 or whatever, you're gonna obviously have the best. Well, or the new Pixel 4, you're gonna have the best camera you can get.
well, I used to have a Sony, and Sony's are supposedly meant to be like quite good cameras.
They make cameras, don't they?
Yeah, so that wasn't that great a lot of the time. But then that was only in low light settings. But the Samsung like camera's better now.
Yeah.
Like in my opinion, it's a lot better. I've even recorded like
I mean,
some,
like you say,
FMP with
you
it,
say
so-
all Android quality. Like it used to be where Android quality cameras were worse, but like around like the iPhone 4 and 4S and 5 times, Samsung were making the cameras for iPhones. So it's like a bit
This
of
is
a
what they
redundant
invested
argument.
too much into their competitor rather than themselves.
Yeah,
It's like,
no, that's how Samsung make most of their profits is from selling parts.
It's jokes because like they're meant to be competitors, but like they're selling each other stuff. So
It's kind of like when you see in like a film or something, like you've got the two villains going against you in front of everyone, but behind the scenes they shake hands and make deals. They're like, right, let's set this up.
I've never watched one of them, but yeah,
You know what I'm talking about, Reese.
really
Don't. You do.
Sure, why not?
Oh my goodness.
Oh dear, but speaking of your FMP though, I did actually know at first that you used your Android phone for some of them shots, and I was surprised. I remember that was at the time when I said, because he used to put videos in our Snapchat group chat in his old phone, and they were like 20, 15 frames per second. So I was very surprised when he told me some of his footage.
Mine were like when I had my LG. Mine were like that as well, but that's not the phone's fault. That's because Snapchat originated on iPhone. Snapchat was first with iPhone, and just Android is just a second thought to Snapchat. And at the end of the day, Snapchat is a badly made app. It's just really
even though Snapchat is their cameras, it crops your like lens and everything. It fucks it about.
What was annoying was because when I owned my LG G6 and it has two cameras on it, as a wide angle and a zoom, it would only let me use the zoom. It wouldn't let me change, which was also annoying. But Snapchat's just not that well made.
How long has Snapchat been around for now? Because it was only new, like
2012.
It was 2012, 2013.
It used to have a different name though. Because it originated to send nudes to other people. That was like the premise of it. That was the premise of it. And as I said, it came out on iPhone first, and then Android was an afterthought. And it's just like I follow Snapchat support on Twitter. On Twitter, whoa.
Oh god.
Oh no, kill me. On Twitter. And every day it's like 5 tweets saying, in this area there's loads of issues on the Snapchat, and it's like, oh god, just rebuild your app properly. Yeah. Snapchat's bad.
So I remember back in, I think it was early 2018 when they did that huge Snapchat update. Do you remember what that was?
Everyone got triggered. Wasn't it where the stories went on everyone's... Where their Bitmoji would be. Which
I finally gave in. The Bitmojis there. It used to be like
it's kind of useful now.
No, see, I wouldn't go back.
No. I wouldn't go because it's on both, isn't it? It's on both sides.
I prefer it how it is now. But I remember when
got the new update.
A new update?
It's update. Hold on, let me show you mine.
Oh, okay. But I'm saying, like, you've got it. When it first happened, I was pissed.
Does yours look like that?
Oh no.
Yeah. I'd open my phone at like 3 a.m. and it just looked like that.
I'll have to look at that tonight. I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that today.
You've never noticed that?
Noticed what?
No, the new update. Is yours like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So mine probably is, but I've just not paid attention to it. Nah.
I don't mind. Like at the end.
What are you trying to say? What's different?
Oh, yours is way different.
No.
Yeah, look.
Oh, okay.
I feel sorry for everyone.
They got rid of the blue border.
No,
okay, yeah.
I'll just open my camera.
He's going to test the
Android camera. You got rid of
the
blue border.
Yeah.
They got rid of it.
I think it does because the search bar is at the top now constantly. So
it is at the top constantly.
I never actually noticed that. I never noticed the blue border going on and whatnot.
Search.
Yeah, but they just got rid of the blue bit.
Yeah, they literally just gave it a redesign and that was it.
I never noticed that. Whoa.
Yeah. Oh, Jackie.
I say I never noticed.
So, who's seen Joker?
No, see, I've wanted to see it, but I've never got around to it.
Have you seen it?
No.
Okay, without spoiling it, how would you describe it, or like?
I won't describe it.
Everyone thinks it's so good.
It is. So. It is really good because it's. I think what they've done, they've finally taken it from a different perspective. Because in all the old Batman films and everything, Gotham is from the perspective of Batman or all the rich people, all the people higher up. But now it's actually because Gotham's meant to be a terrible place to live in, and they finally displayed it as a disgusting place to live in and a nasty place.
So that's good.
Which is, and obviously, like people keep always saying, "Oh, Gotham is as big a character as the Joker or whatever," and in a way, it is, and they've finally done that.
Yeah. It's basically like all of the emotions of the whole city
it's just a
into
shithole.
one person.
It's just a shithole, and that's what it needs to be.
Oh, and they're trying to fight it because, or he's just gone insane because of it.
What?
I don't get what your point is.
My point is that they finally displayed the city.
Yeah, no, I got that, but like,
and I think it's just a huge improvement.
I just wanted to know
did
the
everyone
premise
hear
of the film? Like
the premise? I don't want to spoil it though. That's the thing. Okay. The premise of the film, without trying to spoil it, is the Joker is just a lonely, mentally ill person.
Yeah.
And he accidentally starts a revolution.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's me like
they were fighting against the rich people because they want to reset the whole...
the rioting and stuff.
That's what I was saying.
But it's the whole film is you don't know.
That's not really spoiling it. That's kind of.
I know, but like I know
what you're
I know some
expecting going in.
Some people nowadays don't even watch the trailers because they spoil too much, which I can agree with in some films.
Excuse me?
Some people don't watch trailers because like most films nowadays, it just explains the whole film.
Well, yeah, but then again, how you? All right, true. I agree with that part.
Because like
but I don't really care if I want to go and watch something. I'm probably gonna not want to watch the trailer in order to understand what it's about first, because I want to spend my money with like actual.
Well, trailer helps you get hyped up.
Well,
as
no,
well
the aim of the trailer is to make the money and get people in.
Yeah.
And with a lot of people that works, but you also don't. You also want to like respect the storyline and let people.
Yeah,
like,
no.
witness
If you're
it
respecting the
firsthand.
storyline, I 100%.
But then if I don't see the trailer to something, I'm not. Generally speaking, if I don't see the trailer, I'm not as hyped as I could be.
No, but some trailers.
Sometimes that's bad though.
It completely depends on
That's
the
why
film.
I said generally
If there's like,
speaking.
but some trailers will be like really short and sweet and just be like make you ask all the questions.
Yeah.
And those are the best trailers because then they make you go and actually want to watch it.
So you can
Instead of like, oh, this happens, you know, like the generic action film trailers that you get. Yeah. And also, has everyone here seen Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
I never got around to seeing that.
Really?
I
No,
wanted
you
to,
don't
but I
want
never
to.
got
No,
around to
don't.
it.
Really?
Don't.
No. I
Save
wanted to see it
yourself
so
the
badly,
hassle.
but I never got round
It's
to it.
hilarious.
It's such a it's like
See, no, it's the thing with films. There's so many films I want to see, but I just, for whatever reason, don't end up seeing them, and then I'm so out of the loop all the time.
Right. It's because it was something that it could be so much better.
they just didn't know how to structure it.
That
The end, it was just structured badly. There was no character
for
development.
what it was, I think it was okay for like the type
could've been
of
done
tone
so
and
much better.
whatever it was doing.
Yeah.
It was okay.
And there were giant
Because
plot
like they
holes
were
in it
trying
and
to
stuff.
go for like, oh, these are likable people, like comedy, light-hearted type of thing. They didn't really go for a lore-heavy thing, I don't think.
But like Jared Leto does or however you pronounce his surname.
Yeah.
Some people pronounce it Leto for some reason.
I do.
He did the Joker in that,
Yeah.
and that was such a terrible display
That
of
was
the
a cringe.
Joker.
Yeah.
It was rubbish. But I think the new Joker is actually comparable to Heath Ledger's Joker, which, let's be honest, has been the best one.
Yeah.
They're different, so that's why they're both good. But as I said, they're both good, and they suit the films they're in as well.
But then again, like, it's a character. People feel and have their own adaptations.
Yeah, you can
For
change
the
your character. That's
characters.
the thing.
Because I feel like it's not. You're never going to understand what or agree on a pinpoint thing that says this is that character. Because how would you know? How could one person literally be able to portray a mentally ill person to that extent that they would probably go mentally ill themselves?
Well, yeah, that's only the Joker in the Joker film. That's not like the Joker in Dark Knight Rises, I think it is. Dark Knight Rises with Heath Ledger's one.
There's a lot of
Recent,
like
There's so
good
many-
games and adaptations of it though. Like,
Yeah.
in the Telltale game they did.
I started to watch that, but yeah.
I do want to touch
Around
upon
to the
Reese's
Joker.
point where we said about like the character and stuff. That is actually a true saying that like if you play a character for a long enough time, that character does actually become a part of you, and like you do have that tendency to think like them from time to time. It's not as extreme as I'm probably making it sound, as I'm making like.
That's
Well,
just
how-
how like.
that's how Heath Ledger-
that's
But
if
it does
you're,
happen.
Though if that's if you act in that way, like if that's how you.
No, yeah.
Like
I
to
know
act.
there's a certain term for it. It's where
I mean, it's like
The
if you tell
actor-
yourself a lie long enough, you start to believe
No,
it's
it's,
true.
method
Something
acting.
like
yes,
that.
yeah, method
That's it.
acting where they act the same
They-
character
they-
on set.
Yeah, just to get.
And
in
that's
character
what Heath
type.
Ledger and Jared Leto
There
did.
was like such a huge meme of it, like all over every single piece of entertainment for a while.
Yeah, but that's what Heath Ledger did. He like locked himself in
Yeah.
a
But he didn't work. So
what's it called? A hotel for like a month
yeah,
and like got into the character.
and he sent.
Jared Leto
like,
did it as well.
He sent like people stuff and.
No, that was Jared Leto.
That's what I'm saying.
He sent the different characters different things.
Yeah.
I think he sent Margot Robbie a dildo, I believe.
Yeah, and
Excuse
some
me?
people like
He's-
pigs of.
Yeah,
Like,
he sent
head of like
Will
animals and
Smith
stuff.
a pig with like the tongue cut out or something.
Yeah,
I was like, okay. And it didn't even turn out to be a good character, so I'm disappointed to be honest.
So I do kind of like the idea of like when obviously a character who plays something in a film kind of has. Does not obviously doesn't act like that character in real life, but kind of is that type of person in a sense. Now, obviously, I don't mean sick and twisted, but I mean like if a confident person plays a really confident character, same with a shy person playing a shy character, it goes really well. And this is why in my FMP, I got like Josh and Reese to play the characters they did.
I mean,
Josh,
you were literally doing what was in the FMP, wasn't it?
Sorry?
In your FMP, they were literally doing what the characters in the FMP were doing, so that made sense.
It was a 4-4 break. Because originally, so like Reese's character was very like, I guess like confident and like always like, if he wants something to happen, he'll make it happen. And Josh's character was very like, you know, kind of just accepts what happens and like is a bit on the shyer side. Now originally,
I wonder what Josh is going to say when he listens this over.
Well, no, like Josh, I wouldn't really say like Josh is shy, but Reese suits his character
to
more.
us to play the opposites.
Well, because I thought it'd kind of be good at first to get you to play opposites.
It was uncomfortable to do that though, in my opinion. It wasn't. I couldn't feel. I wasn't able to get the emotions from it.
Well, that's why in the end we said swap over. Now that's the thing with Josh. Like he's not.
Better.
Josh isn't really a shy person, but I just feel like Reese connected with his character a lot more than Josh did. Because Reese, you know, if we're going to be honest with you, Reese, he is quite a confident person, or at least he plays that out anyway.
Cheer up, he's complimenting you.
That is a compliment, yeah, you should cheer up, that's a compliment.
I'm surprised you didn't...
I am, I'm happy, fine.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't upload your FMP to YouTube.
So, you know, I was thinking about it, but obviously, like, we have, like, what's that, Brandon and Mia, and number one, I thought, well, I don't technically have permission from everybody for it to go on YouTube.
Do you not tell them to write it down?
I don't think I did, to be honest. Shh. And number two, I thought, well, not to kind of sound, like, big-headed, but, like, if it's my YouTube channel and I'm not in the video, I kind of feel like it's bit weird.
Okay.
I don't want to sound big-headed saying that, but I just feel like it's a bit odd in a way.
I never thought of it that way. I'd happily, like, not be in front of be behind the camera the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I could have done that.
I'll happily be just the letters when the credits go up instead of an actual person in it, you know, because my acting's shit. So.
And it's not even that though. Like, it didn't bug me at the time, but reflecting on my FMP, despite the fact most of it was shot well, there was that one scene where it wasn't white balance, and the other scene where instead of focusing on Josh, it focused more on the background. And see, I didn't really care about it that much at first, but until our tutor pointed it out, it's kind of maybe a little bit OCD about things like that now. So maybe it's a good thing because it's taught me.
Also, the first shot is panning of like college, so you would have had to take
I'd have had to blur that out as well.
That out so that no one was like, "Oh, he goes to that college." I mean, not that anyone would do it, but like you just don't want people knowing that stuff.
Well, see, here's the thing though. I thought you was going to put yours on your YouTube channel.
I didn't like mine.
Yeah, I know. Until you said you didn't like it, I thought, okay. I mean,
I rushed the edit as well. You can tell there's no intro, there's no proper outro on it. I believe I accidentally left the blooper like in the back as well, in it as well, that I meant to delete. So yeah.
Like, I don't remember that.
No, you didn't see it because like there was 3 minutes of it was like I shoved it at the end of the timeline when editing it, and I was like, oh, I'll delete that or do something with it later. But I just exported it and forgot it was there until it was actually being shown. So I had to tell the tutor to like stop it before it got to the blooper.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't ever remember you seeing that.
No, I've seen it.
I don't know. I liked the idea of yours because yours, instead of being like shot on an actual like camera following people, it's supposed to mimic like CCTV
No, I'm
footage.
one of those have you seen Cloverfield?
Cloverfield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm one of those people who really likes that. And when like the found footage style is done good, there's so many films now that have just copied it and done it terribly. But when it's done good, I enjoy it. Which Cloverfield has done very well.
Project.
Huh?
And stuff like that.
What?
Like the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, that did it well. That was like the first one to do it, wasn't it?
That was like kind of cheaply made. Like the production.
Horror films are cheaply made because like they just rely on jump scares.
It was good for the time. Like people liked it still.
Yeah, because it was different as well.
But sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to like make yourself stand out like that. And like your FMP did stand out to me a lot of everyone's because
everyone else did music videos.
Yeah, it was mostly either music videos or
some music videos were good, but it's just that most of them were just like them.
It's not even that
rapping,
though, like,
and it's like you just
right. I'm gonna say one thing. Maybe I shouldn't criticize this, but some of the artists in there, they just seemed a bit too nervous.
Right.
and a bit like
What was right? If you're gonna
stiff.
do a music video, don't do it of yourself of another artist. Like, don't do somebody
No,
else's
stay
song
behind the camera.
because if you're gonna do the music video and you think you can dance, like if you think you're able to get the full energy of the like person's song, like, if you get it really down to the line, like if you emotionally connect with it, is what I'm trying to say. Then do it, because then you're gonna do it with like passion. You're not gonna like half-heartedly do
Yeah,
it.
you're just gonna
Because you can tell the difference between somebody
and they
going,
find it
"Oh,
awkward as well. Yeah, they find
you
it
just
awkward as well,
you just look stupid and corny.
And I'm not gonna mention any names, but someone who did do college, who
you know
did
Harry, you know him. Yeah.
good old Harry, yeah,
definitely.
yeah. Fake names, yeah. What? No, whips out a fake passport, but yeah. So some very white individual, decided to do a music video and make himself the person who's singing it, and this video did in fact have the N-word in it, and he mimed it as if he was singing it, which was, I'm not mentioning names.
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
Begins with an L.
he didn't actually say that, but the song he was lip syncing.
No,
so
obviously,
it had
yeah,
that.
because that's just how music videos are said, are
Yeah.
made. You obviously don't actually sing it on set, but that was just really awkward and weird. And
I think he was lip syncing a Lil Skies song.
Yeah,
I think
I
it was,
don't know,
yeah.
I mean, half the class did that.
Yeah, literally. They all filmed it on the same day as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, and they
So,
use
wow.
like really bad
That's
green
very
screen effects. It's like,
creative
oh god.
and original.
I mean, in all fairness, though, I could tell
Look,
they
I
had
wish
fun
I did
doing
do-
it, so I will give
yeah.
them that.
I wish I did do a music video, because you have so much creativity with a music video.
And you can do a lot of stuff. Yeah,
They're
you
quite
have a lot
like
of freedom.
I don't want to say they're not simple to shoot necessarily, but like the planning out is, because with a music video you want at least 3 different scenes.
Yeah, that's the
And then you
minimum,
want like
isn't
a
it?
couple filler shots.
And it would help if there's like a background. So you obviously want B-roll, definitely, but it would help if instead of the B-roll there's like a background storyline, which a lot of music videos take.
And it's not even like music videos, they tend to kind of follow like kind of one, I don't know if it's color grading style, but like usually music videos they kind of follow one
I
style
think it's
kind of.
take whoever's singing it, what their color scheme is.
Depends what
Say if it's
genre
re-
as well, though.
Yeah, but whatever their color scheme is, usually what they do is they'll take the color scheme, put it in on set, or if they're wearing it, and then they'll also take the opposing color to that and put that
But then
with
you
them
might
as well, so that it just pops.
But then
more.
why would you want to copy somebody else's work? Like, you can do it yourself in your own way with your own ideas.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you can have like inspiration from others. Like, I don't know. I don't think everyone does the same exact thing though. But yeah,
But
you
there
can
is
see
the
common
cliche music
patterns
video,
and
isn't there?
stuff, yeah.
Of them. I don't know how to describe it.
Well,
But
no,
everyone knows what I mean.
This is kind of
with
the thing I
cliche.
noticed with artists though. I looked up like a website. It was like kind of like if you've never done music before but you want to try and get into it, like how to find your style. I don't know personally if this is the right way to go about it, but this website said like copy the tactics of your favorite artists and you'll develop your own style through that.
Don't copy them, but like,
No, but if you like start,
you're gonna be inspired by them anyway, no matter what. Like,
But
it's gonna like
the more you do
it's
something,
gonna
the
do
more
it
you find
under
your
your
style.
consciousness. It's not gonna like do it by yourself thinking about it. It's just gonna happen. You're gonna have their inspiration.
Oh, hello, the microphone's gone.
It's
RIP
like
to the snowball.
it's like
snowball.
when some authors like write books and stuff, like they're influenced by like their real lives. So you'll often see like people they know as characters, like in the books.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
I've heard
do?
that.
Wait, I went to reach those.
Like, so like that's their consciousness, like doing it without them knowing. What, like, I can't think of the word to say it, but yeah.
See, I want to touch on what Reece said there. Like artists who
To
make like
describe it.
a good example, right? So Post Malone, his album, like Hollywood's Bleeding, a lot of it, to be fair, I personally love the album, but I noticed a lot of it was kind of centered around like heartbreak. For example, the one Die For Me with Future and Halsey, and kind of Take What You Want with Travis Scott and Ozzy Osbourne. With that one, it's kind of rapping about like heartbreak and like how the girl he was with kind of like did him dirty and whatnot. I always think like, look, heartbreak songs, I understand why people write them because you have a lot of fuel to your fire. But I think, but what if your ex actually listened to that song and like did not like the fact that you were rapping or singing about them, and they tried to like
but also
proper come at you for that.
Yeah,
Because
but
I always kind of
it's
think like,
Yeah, but what would they say? Like,
You-
what
it's
would
like-
be so bad that
there's
you'd
nothing
put it
that
in
he's
a song
actually done
about
wrong
it?
though. He hasn't dropped any names. Or
no, it's
anything.
just names, but they might know that he's talking about it.
Yeah,
They might go
They
like,
can't do anything.
they might
can't
go
do
like, oh,
anything,
what
you
you
know?
said's not true, and they might start a lawsuit. It's happened with Eminem. He rapped about his childhood bully, and his childhood bully tried to sue him for it.
Well,
Yeah, but how far did his childhood bully get?
rapped
How
about his
far did
childhood
his
bully and his
It
childhood
how far did
bully
his childhood
sued
bully
him.
get?
Censored around
I'm
him.
sorry, yeah, but if you're
Like,
saying
no, he never drops
Nah.
it. I know he didn't drop a name.
if
Exactly.
you're,
Like,
lab-
does
if
that
you're
drop a name?
labelling yourself as Eminem's childhood bully, then you definitely did what he's saying you haven't done. Like,
Exactly,
I don't
exactly.
know if he
I'm his
won the
childhood
lawsuit,
bully,
but
but I
it
didn't
definitely
bully
went
him.
for him.
That's not how it
exactly.
works, is it?
like, oh yeah, okay.
But it does. It did. I was surprised when I thought like, damn, like you've released all your anger in the studio built up from your childhood,
Yeah,
and
but
then your
that-
bully
that-
comes and sues you.
Yeah, but
like-
he didn't know. He tried to.
I
From
know.
what-
I
I've never
don't
heard of
know if
this.
he won or not. That's the thing.
I really
doubt
doubt.
he
I,
did.
I
I
don't
don't
see
know
how he would
if he
have.
did.
Yeah, because
No, he didn't do anything illegal,
case.
did he? It wouldn't have been released if he did something illegal.
No, not illegal, but like
There was no slander because he didn't mention a name. So it's
doesn't
like,
mention a name. But sometimes people listen to it and think, no, he's talking about it. Wait, that didn't happen. That didn't happen.
but no
God's
one else
sake.
knows that, you know. And he
I
could
know
ju-
it's
at the
right.
end of the day,
It might
at
sound
the
a
end
bit
of the day,
far fetched, but this stuff does happen.
he can also just say, "Oh, it's fiction. I forgot you bullied me."
Yeah,
Or
Or
just
just
like
like,
I said
wait,
earlier,
no,
you tell
you
yourself a
didn't
lie
bully me.
long enough, you start to believe it. So I don't know, because I always think, I could
Do you remember
definitely
that
write
time?
a lot
No.
of songs.
no.
Nah, just didn't happen. Oh, Nathan, remember that time you skied off that building? Didn't happen. Oh, I told myself it long enough, so I believe it's true now.
I did what to a building?
I don't know why. I saw that saying the other day, and I can't get it out of my head because I saw it on like someone made this really silly YouTube video about something. Somebody put in the comments, you can tell they've told themselves this thing's cool, and they've started to believe it. And
Oh yes, Billy, savage bag.
No, I didn't comment that. Somebody else commented that. I read it, and I can't get
And
that
he
saying out of
agreed
my
with
head.
So much.
I can't get it out of my head for some reason. Oh, Reese is evil. Why is Reese not a voice actor? Let's just get
What?
this. Are we just going to ignore the fact that he does so many voices and different stuff, and he's not a voice actor? I've always wondered, why did you never go for voice acting roles?
Okay, then
You
do
do
your
so many different voices
I
and
don't know.
stuff.
do your best
never
Stewie
thought
Griffin voice then.
I can't
No.
do that.
Okay,
He
what
does
voices
one.
do you do? Then?
I see. I try to.
I don't
mimic
do
this
any.
rap.
Billy's telling me I do.
Oh,
Billy,
yeah,
what
no,
voices does he
Reese.
do?
If you tell yourself a lie long enough, it becomes true. No, he does one voice though. I try to mimic it where he goes like, "Oh, like stop." But I try to mimic that voice and I can't do it very well. And he does that.
It's just me taking the piss.
Yeah, but
Well, that's rude. You're not allowed to do that.
oh yeah, I forgot. It's 2019, Reese. Like, come on, jokes don't exist anymore.
PG friendly,
forgot.
family clean.
See, look, I spoke about it with my dad the other night. I said, number one, right, it kind of bugs me out in a way. Like,
I don't give a shit.
No.
I'll tell the joke anyway.
I kind of thought
This
like,
is why I like Australian comedians, because they just don't care. They'll do what they want. Like they'll say what they want to say.
see, I did a bit of a reflection the other day. It was like, obviously, this decade is like coming to an end in like 2.5 months, and I kind of like did a bit of a reflection.
Oh
I
no!
know.
Don't. What, I'm
Now
getting
that kind of
old.
bugs me out a little bit. I thought
Oh.
like I knew that happened, but it only kicked in the other
It's
day.
come
That,
to
like,
an
damn,
end. The world's dying.
the
Like that,
20s.
or-
Well, it is not dying though. That's the funny thing.
But what I kind of thought about was, if you look where we were 10 years ago,
Basically.
political correctness was not this massive, and I think in another decade, is it going to
Just
get
'cause everyone
worse,
got
or is
anxiety
it
and
going to go?
depression.
Let's be honest. We're just a really indecisive nation. It's taken
People
us
who,
2
like,
years to do Brexit.
People just got hurt easily because they finally got like fragile
Yeah,
egos.
but where did this come from, though?
Everyone
I
just
don't
got
know.
fragile egos.
Because back in
Bloody
2009
millennials.
2010, it wasn't like this so as much, and I think, where did this political correctness and getting offended, where did it come from? It just kind of came, it was around like 2014, that's when it started to really become a thing. And I think, like, I don't know where it came from,
I
because
think it's just because people got like self-diagnosed with stuff,
yeah.
and then they started. Just
is it,
getting
yeah, but
hurt
is
by
it social media that did all this? Like,
Social media's helping.
I knew you were going to go to that route.
I wasn't planning on that, but it just
Snapchat is
popped into
bad.
my head.
Everyone
I
should
knew
know
you'd
that
go for
Snapchat
that
is
pathway.
bad.
Reese is a time traveller.
See,
He's from the future.
Please take me back
you were
to
just
when
going
life was
about
good.
it in that kind
I
of way.
wasn't
I
planning
don't-
on going
right.
towards social media.
Yes and no. I feel like social media probably did do a bit of it. Like, yeah. So yeah, obviously the fact that you want to better yourself to the best of your ability so that you get all of these people to like you. But at the end of the day, why do you care about if whether people like you or not? Like,
No,
as
I
long as
don't.
you're
No,
happy
I
about what
dropped
you
that.
put out, and as long as you're happy about what you do, why does it matter?
No, listen, I've dropped that whole act of like wanting people to like me. But what I think though is that it just kind of gets a bit annoying because it's like, am I not allowed to say anything before I get a bunch of backlash?
Yeah,
Yes, you can
that's-
brush the backlash off, but sometimes it's a bit annoying though when you say something and everyone gets offended. It's like, oh, here we go again.
Oh, I just don't.
Literally
think
every other word I say, people get offended by.
yeah,
so
but I just don't care. I just get
I
on
don't
with what I want to do.
care.
Like I always say, look, obviously don't go out your way to offend people, but you just can't live your life walking on eggshells though.
Obviously, don't do like some next hate crimes.
Yeah, don't just go like set fire to a homosexual or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't do a KKK.
Yeah.
You know.
Or-
Wait, no, they don't do a Westboro Baptist Baptist church. that's
Just
what I
don't do history.
Just
Any of the history.
don't repeat it.
meant. Just don't be a Nazi.
Okay. Didn't expect to go down that route.
Love how you're both drinking a lot of like nerves.
Nothing else is going to
you
get me
just
through
said
this.
that.
It just kind of popped off at the same exact time, rather. Nah. Anyways, I was going to think this the other day. Like, how do you guys like? Well, I can ask you this question as much, but it's about the podcast. Like,
No.
how do you like kind of feel about like the podcast? Do you? Because I know we kind of just stopped doing it out of the blue, but like
I think it's good that it's starting again out of the blue.
something out of the blue, yeah. But like, he's thinking.
What do you mean?
Like, I had it in my head the other day. It's kind of, I don't know, it's going to come back to me. I guarantee after the episode, this question's going to come back to me, but I'm trying to think right now what I was going to say. I can't. No, because I was just kind of looking back on our podcast and I was doing like a bit of like a self-reflection thing the other day.
Sorry, just had to stretch.
Your stretch
But yeah,
offended
you
me.
would- Yeah.
No, I was doing like kind of a self-reflection. I was kind of thinking like, you know, do you think we've learned a lot by doing this? Do you think this is an experience that's like really helped us like grow? I don't want to sound corny saying this, but like, do you feel like we've gained a lot from doing this?
I've gained a lot in the last 47 minutes.
Gained a lot.
Not really, but then again, like I feel like it gives me an idea of your viewpoints on life and what your priorities are. Like I understand you on a deeper level now.
Well, that's what
It's
I mean.
just a
Do you
bit
feel
fun,
like
I'm not
it's...
going to lie.
Yeah,
Sorry?
It's just quite fun.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
a conversation. Yeah, so
Well,
And it's nice to also say to people, oh, look, I'm on a podcast, go follow it on Spotify.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because not.
Okay.
I was
Nothing
going to
nicer
sit
than
here
a
and say
low-key
not many
flex.
people can say they've been on Spotify, but then I think is it
Exactly.
really that difficult to get on Spotify?
No, it's just
Let's
that
be a
You
bit
can just
real.
do
The stigma is
DistroKid
just
and
like-
stuff like that.
DistroKid for music or find a distributor. But no, because I was thinking, like, I was looking back on like a bunch of episodes of like JRB. It's weird to think the first one, like, I remember it was reverbing so bad, and I feel like
this is really bad quality. Well, that's before. what
Weren't
is
we
it?
using Discord then, though, as well?
me and
Didn't
you
you-
were in the same room, but we used Discord for Josh.
Oh, that would be.
Oh,
my
it's
day,
because we
wouldn't
were
it?
so close together. Like,
We
But
were-
also, didn't you like whip out the camera in like the third episode?
yeah.
So you know we did, but like right, I never knew that DSLRs were restricted to 30 minutes recording before you have to stop and start again.
Yeah.
You can get a couple, like I
Well,
think it's the
If you wanted to do it
GH
properly, you'd have like
something.
a camera on each like one camera filming everyone, a camera for
You
each
can
person,
use-
but you'd like attach them to the. Because with my camera, I can do it wirelessly. So when it just stops, I just
Same.
press the button again and it'll carry on. You know.
Oh, see, I'd like that.
If
I
it
would
was
like
like
that.
yeah,
continuously
you can do
plugged
that
in.
on mine. It's just like it's still gonna have a delay in the time frame of
Yeah, yeah.
the whole.
Well, you can do it with that
podcast.
one on the GoPro app, but that's
Like,
on
there's
my
going to
phone,
be
so I
a
think
gap
the-
in which the recording is
I
going to
know
stop.
that if you have a capture card, you can plug the HDMI from the camera into the capture card.
Yeah.
And then
So that
film it
probably
through there. So
is
if you use the
better.
capture card to record
Oh,
it.
so you're using the like just
Yeah.
the view? Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's smart.
So if you do that, I think it will just. And
Yeah,
like,
then you
yeah.
can just record
and it saves
it.
onto the computer
Alright,
as well.
anyone got a capture card?
No,
Ugh.
they're like £100 and something. I was looking
I
into
thought
getting one.
someone might have.
I remember when I was gonna buy the Elgato capture card when they were a big thing.
They were the best. They still are the best. They've come out with.
Yeah, but the gaming
it's 60s
though,
now or something.
it's not as big as it was though. I've noticed that like, everyone's kind of some gaming YouTubers still pull it off really well,
It's easier now as well.
but
I
I've
remember-
noticed so many people have shifted away from that. Like if we go back 5 years ago, it was like the first you could not go on YouTube without seeing a gaming video.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
then
remember
nowadays
it's a
they
lot
return.
easier to make.
But then
gaming
that might
videos
not
now.
be just because. But then that might just been because that's what you wanted to watch at the time.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I literally
I
out.
definitely did, and I will admit,
Yeah,
I
same.
liked watching some of the gaming videos, but then I've grown out of that now.
Yeah,
I
still continuing
watch
on.
I watch some entertaining videos now
Yeah.
and stuff.
Well,
But,
that's
it's,
it.
but
Like
it
actual
became
good
much
content.
easier to make them. Like I remember when I got my PS4 and it was like built-in capture card,
Yeah,
so you can make and it even came with like a really bad but still an editor on the actual.
and you
system
could live
itself.
stream
yeah,
as well. I
I
remember.
Yeah, I did that once.
I live
You
streamed
did that. I remember
Destiny
watching
a
it.
lot. Like,
I think it might be
nice,
still my
And now I
channel.
bought an
to be fair.
Xbox as well, and they've been updated, the Xbox Ones, so they can record as well now, up to 60 minutes if you plug a external hard drive into it. So
mad.
yeah, so it's much easier to make them now.
I did like that feature because I remember Twitch. I don't like Twitch as much anymore. But if we go back to like 2014, 2015, I was really interested in Twitch because I think we can all agree it was kind of a
Twitch to
new
me is
thing
quite
there.
appealing
Yeah.
still, but yeah, I
Like
understand.
a lot, it would only be like all the really high YouTubers who
Yeah.
streamed.
But it was
And
kind of a new
seemed like-
thing like 5
yeah,
years
and it
ago.
seemed like
Well,
a
no,
hard
there
thing
was
to
quite a
achieve.
lot of original content creators on there as well, just live streaming.
But it's
It-
also
Yeah,
See,
it's like a huge thing now, isn't it? People like live stream.
it was
themselves
just
eating
another
food.
platform to do it on.
And it
'Cause,
felt
like,
quite
you couldn't do it
relaxed
on
as well.
YouTube, I don't think.
I
'Cause-
found it stressful because it's live.
I don't know. I just found it quite relaxed because I
Oh,
thought
I
like,
just didn't worry about it being live. I just did whatever.
that's what I did. I just
Because like, I
rambled
knew
and
that
rambled.
nobody who really cared would have seen it.
Yeah,
So
fair
like,
enough. Yeah.
Well, I put them on my YouTube channel who like half my class watched. I was like half my school. Everyone in the school knew I had a channel, but only people used to watch it. I don't know. See, I kind of wish I would have had an Elgato in the way, not to actually upload onto YouTube, but like, as bad as it sounds, some of my best memories were like just spending hours gaming with like friends and stuff. And I wish I would have captured those times, not to put on YouTube, but just to look back on.
That's exactly why the new consoles can record things. So you press a button and it records the last 2 minutes. My Xbox is really annoying because every 2 seconds you do something slightly interesting.
You're an Xbox fanboy, so you're just talking about.
I bought it because it was cheaper. Okay. Than a
Oh yeah, I
PS4.
remember I watched your videos.
No, this is
like,
why I
just
was like,
casually buys an Xbox.
See, this is why I was confused why you were promoting it better because PS4 had that from the start. So
Yeah. But I'm just saying it because I have one. No, because Xbox is annoying with it.
Yeah.
Because whenever you do something slightly interesting, a giant pop up and a noise comes up, and it's like, oh, recorded that.
Yeah,
And it's like, why?
Jeez, mate.
I've
Who
done
gives a fuck?
exactly that 5 times in a row. It's not interesting.
Wow,
Yeah.
whoa, something new. It's for those 5-year-olds who like get excited every 2 minutes.
But welcome over
Oh
the
no,
5-year-old
see,
plays
Xbox
GTA 5.
overdid it with that. The notification pops up when like every little thing happens.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That got on my nerves after a while because sometimes I'd think
I
like
just muted it bare times.
it's
Yeah,
kind
probably
of like
can,
with
I can't bother.
Facebook as well. Facebook will tell you that
I don't use
a
Facebook.
friend you had
That's
years
why
ago
you just delete Facebook.
updated their status. I'm like, what? How
why
does
It
that-
tells me if
Facebook.
someone else has posted something on someone else's.
Oh, this
something.
person likes somebody
I was
else's
like,
post.
Why
Oh.
are you telling me
I'm
that?
like,
I'm not
why?
interested.
It's got no.
This is
I
why
know.
I only have a
this
Facebook
is why I
account because
s-
all of my family members have.
Yeah,
Facebook.
see, I
I'm gonna
still have
delete
my
mine
account.
soonish.
That's
I still have my
Because I don't
Facebook.
care about it. I don't
delete
use
it
it,
out.
so I'm just gonna delete it.
I think Facebook's that thing where it's only really good for business people, people who want to do like online
Yeah, but then
marketing.
you can say that about Twitter. I think
I
Twitter's
think every
I don't
social
think
media.
so. I don't
No,
think Twitter's that
Instagram's
good
really
for
good
it.
for
I
that
think
now.
Twitter's way more business though.
See,
No,
I
I think
would disagree
Instagram
with
is.
that.
I think
Instagram, yeah,
because it gives you
Instagram.
like email address and it tells you as well
Instagram's
and
very
gives you
good for
insights.
businesses, and
It
I
gives
think-
you insights, which is good.
I think out of all of them, it's probably Twitter and Instagram that are the highest on that scale.
I don't use Twitter enough.
I don't really either.
I've started to try to use it again, but it's
Yeah,
just.
same.
See, no,
It's a bit boring.
it's that thing though. Where
Yeah,
it's
I have like over
unless you-
3,000
it's hard to
tweets. I've sort of
stay- it's hard
tweeted
to
about
work.
everything.
I
It's
think
hard
you
to
can
remember
agree with
to
me
go
here
back to
when
it.
after it, but like the thing is with Twitter, it's only fun if you yourself have a large following. If you don't, then it's a bit like, well,
I'm just speaking.
why am I
it's
here?
like talking to a brick wall. It's like, hello, and
100%.
no response, you know.
Which is kind of why
Or talking to a
I
deaf
probably
person.
shouldn't use Reddit, because that place can be bad
Reddit is
sometimes.
hilarious.
Never use Reddit.
But like, I've noticed I've been using
4chan's
Reddit a lot
worse.
more recently. No, I don't.
4chan is worse.
I've
But then WebM as well. There's bare stuff that is like worse
I've
than Reddit.
never ever gone on 4chan.
But then I feel
in my
like
life.
Reddit probably has some.
The only
stuff
thing
too.
I've heard about 4chan is back in 2014 when the iPhone 6 came out and everyone was hyped about it.
Yeah.
And people on 4chan made a thing that tricks like tons of iPhone users
which why
to put their
the
phones in
eBay
the
thing
microwave.
happened. Yeah.
Charge
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
And loads of
I
people was like, oh, it must charge
Yeah.
in the microwave. So they put their phone in the
'cause
microwave
the
and their
microwave's
microwave sets
from
on
the-
fire and their phone's destroyed.
Yeah, the phone's microchip like sensor, the
Small
way that
microwaves.
with all the
Yeah.
calls,
Ooh.
the microwaves will go through there and charge
Yeah.
straight to the battery.
But at the end of the
Yeah,
day, that's
okay.
just natural selection, isn't it?
Yeah.
Selection.
That's
You don't deserve an iPhone.
So
That's
I've heard that
like
saying
stories,
too many
yeah.
times now. It's
Oh,
like,
I remember that from. But yeah.
I don't know. So remember when the iPhone 6 came out, everyone was worried about it bending as well.
That was
Oh,
the
yeah,
6
no.
Plus. No, that was the 6 Plus. That was
No,
the 6 Plus.
yeah.
It's somewhere else done this thing. I think it was 4chan again. That it said that it was like they made an advert saying like, "Oh, this is the way it's meant to be designed," and like they said, "Bend it till the screen comes out, so you get the best like efficiency
that.
of your phone." And like everyone started doing it.
I remember that as well.
But, like I learned this from Internet Historian. That's a good video.
And then Apple actually did a good thing and made the 6S like 2mm thicker. So
It was just
because
because it was lighter weight. And
no, it was
it was
just the metals were cheap,
Yeah,
and
and
it bent
cheaper.
on where the volume rocker was on one side and where the SIM card tray was on the other side. So it was weak points, you know.
And then they just went. Then the 7, they just got rid of the headphone.
They just
jack.
wouldn't. They just didn't
They
think that
180.
people would just start
So that's the one with the
bending
XR.
their phones for no reason. Probably.
Yeah.
But then, like, people were saying it would bend in their pockets and stuff. So.
Yeah, that's
I
probably.
can understand if you have a
'Cause
case.
if you
on
have
it, it's
like
not gonna
jeans,
bend,
tight
like.
jeans on,
But like,
and
if you
stuff
put
like
anything in your tight jeans, what do you expect?
that. Yeah, exactly. You know that it's gonna bend.
I sat on a plate, it broke. Oh, okay, what do you expect? You're a fat oaf, calm
That's a
down.
little bit, I think that's a little bit different. but-
Okay, yeah, maybe a bit, yeah.
I sat on a teaspoon.
I sat on the grandchild.
Oh dear, you are shocking, Nathan. You are shocking. Oh dearie, dear.
But Apple are getting better with the pricing
Yeah.
because they've taken the 12-inch MacBook Pro down to like £799 now, I believe. I'm not sure
Smart,
exactly,
because
or
you had to,
800.
right. It was because you had to buy the monitor's like stand.
I mean, I'm talking about the MacBook.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the
No.
new MacBook Pro.
But you have
the
to-
new iMac
Yeah.
Pro, or whatever it's called.
I love it. My dogs start barking for no reason as well.
I smell
dinner.
Yeah, we can't hear it well anyway. So,
But
well, the thing is that MacBook. Obviously, when I bought it last year, for some odd
couldn't have
reason,
bought it.
I didn't think it would be as small as it was.
12
Now
inches.
I know it probably sounds a bit silly me saying that.
when he says 12
But,
inches,
like-
it's too small.
Oh,
But
Yeah,
like,
you could have got the 15.
I don't know. I want a small laptop.
Yeah, but when you're
And then
like,
then when I
editing
get home,
videos and
I'll have
stuff.
like
Honestly,
a nice
really,
Yeah,
PC.
but if you
I can
have like
both,
yeah,
you know, that'd be nice. But
honestly,
I
you
couldn't do
forget
that
how
because
small
of-
it is when you're editing. I have what's called tunnel vision, so I just go.
Oh.
I forget.
No,
that
I
it's
have to
that
plug.
small.
I have to plug my
Tunnel
laptop
vision
into a
means that
TV.
you can only see
to
in a
edit,
straight
'cause
line.
it's just-
It means
Sorry?
your eyes can't like.
No, when I'm focused on something.
Oh, right.
When I go hyper
So you
focused,
have
I go tunnel
You
vision.
have like tunnel.
I don't have that 24/7. It's
Yeah.
only when I'm hyper focused.
But I couldn't buy that because just it
I
doesn't
feel
even
like
have an
that's
SD
what
card.
focused.
port, you
Being
know.
focused is. I'm pretty sure.
Some people aren't good at focusing, Reese. Some people are really bad at it. Some people can't. Some people can't do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Switch autofocus on.
Oh no, I've had no
Tracking.
auto camera settings.
Oh,
drive
it's
me
track
mad.
to leaf.
Tractor leaf. Oh dear.
All right.
Oh, I don't know.
Have you got anything else on your little checklist?
This is
Yeah,
the
I
thing.
don't
I
have. Do
guarantee.
you usually have checklists like lists on that you like?
Sometimes,
you've whipped
yeah.
open like a
Sometimes
Word
you
document
usually
and
have
you
like a
just
few
some stuff.
topics.
Do you know what? I guarantee tonight, right, when you guys leave, I'm gonna just be
Do stuff
relaxing
on
and think, "Oh, damn! I should have said that. Damn! I should have said
Yeah,
that." That's what I
just bound
get
to
like.
happen, though. It's just a part of the moment.
It happens
Yeah.
though. Like when I was doing
That's
my
why we have to do them
self-reflection,
every second. We just have to have a 24-hour life.
it's like when I was doing the
simple.
self-reflection on the JRB podcast videos, I was thinking like, oh, I wish I would have said that here. I wish I would have said that here. And
Yeah.
sometimes I think I
'Cause
wish
Yeah.
I
you
wouldn't have
You
said
could
that
make
as
a
well.
better point, and I feel like that gets better
Yeah.
when you get older.
See-
as well, because you're going through different experiences, so you're learning from different things.
It's like I
So you're
definitely
going,
do
I could have
think
done something different there. I could have said
Yeah.
something.
there are a
different
couple
there.
episodes of the
You learn to
podcast
think
where I
before
would
you
have said
speak.
something
Yeah.
differently. There are two episodes. The industry plant one, I think I would have said a lot of things differently on that.
Oh yeah, I
now.
watched that one. I've
And
watched all of them. I went back and watched all
There
of them
was
recently.
one where I said something about net neutrality is what they have in the US right now, where the internet is all
I've
free.
forgotten
I-
about
I
that. Has that actually
completely
happened?
rethink
But
that
is-
whole
see,
view.
I just remember,
Alright.
I remember seeing the Indian guy with the fidget spinner and a nose.
But I thought net neutrality was the law that made the internet not free. I didn't realise net neutrality is what they have right now. See, in the video, I say net neutrality never passed, but looking back, I think, oh, if I was in America
Did it
watching
pass
that, I would cringe.
Because I heard it was a
I
big
don't know
thing
what's
and then
happened
didn't
about
hear
it.
anything about it.
Pretty
So,
sure it did pass.
but I think no
but
one's like
nothing's
done,
really happened to
which
it.
is good because it would have ruined it.
I think.
wouldn't it,
I think.
for smaller people.
I don't think. I don't know.
Article
I don't
13
know
is a
what's
lot
happened.
worse.
I'd have to do some research.
And
They
on
changed it to Article 17 now for whatever reason.
I
but-
haven't. I was listening to it at the beginning of the year, and I was like, "Oh, it passed!
See, I'm very surprised
Great!
that
I'm glad we're leaving the EU."
I'm very surprised that passed.
I think it was no. They took them like less than 30 seconds, I believe,
Oh, yeah.
to choose.
Did you
And
hear-
then after that, half of them were like, "Oh, I didn't mean that one because I didn't know all the facts."
Did
It's
you
like
hear-
you're in charge.
Oh, well,
Why
that
do you not know
happens
all
all-
the facts?
That happens all the time, though, when something happens. It's like,
guys,
what?
Boris has signed he likes a deal,
Oh yeah, I heard.
signed a
Yeah,
deal.
my mum mentioned that this morning.
but they are not telling us yet. It has to go through Parliament.
I've got bored of it after 2 years.
Yes.
See, this is
You
why
need to,
I
like,
don't
three.
talk about politics. I used to
What?
be so deep
it was
into
in
politics.
like 2015.
Yeah.
2016.
Can't remember.
No, 2016. Yeah.
Ah,
And it's been 3
Oh,
and a bit
really?
years.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
2 years. I'm losing it.
2016. Yeah.
I know.
3 years.
It is a
It's
bit.
gonna be 4 nearly.
Oh, yay! Donald Trump will leave next year.
Unless he gets re-elected like Obama.
Oh.
Oh,
hilarious.
please don't say he won't. Oh,
This is why I just don't
People are
talk about
saying-
politics anymore
It's
because it
Kanye
drives
West,
me
mate. I
mad.
don't
It
know
is.
about-
It's just
Kanye.
boring.
Kanye's gonna be in charge.
It's like
Oh,
that.
he'd probably do a better job.
To be honest.
I don't believe in climate
You
change.
know, right? What
Having
was
a
smart
rapper
is
as
he
the
got
president.
he got friendly with the president.
Mm.
The president, the prime minister. I can't remember anymore.
You probably don't know about Kanye.
It's
Have you
fun.
heard about his album?
No, it's president.
No.
Yeah.
Have you heard about his album, Jesus is King?
Nope.
He's been saying for like, the last while he's going to drop it this day, this day, this day.
Oh yeah, no, he said he was gonna release it like.
I know he has.
Summer-
I know he has one
summertime,
song with
so
Ty
he didn't.
Dolla Sign on there, and he has a couple other big artists featured. But I remember he was supposed to drop it 2 weeks ago on a Saturday. Didn't happen. Then he said it was a Sunday. Now apparently it's going to be end of October. It's just the album as he starts recording me that will never be dropped. I hope it does get dropped though, because I want to
Yeah.
listen to it. I'm not really a Kanye fan, but like I want to give this
I,
album a
I
listen.
started to listen to some of his old stuff, so I'm trying to understand why people really like him. So I'm just trying to.
I don't have an opinion on him, to be honest. I've listened to some of his music. I think, it's alright. I can kind of see how some rappers are influenced by him, but then I noticed the other day, like, when you really pay attention to hip hop, you realize how many artists are actually inspired by others, but before that, you never realized. It's like I didn't realize how many new artists were inspired by Young Thug, but then equally, Young Thug was kind of inspired by Lil Wayne and Future a little bit.
Yeah, but then they're also inspired like by other people like rock music and stuff. Like Uzi likes a lot of rock and heavy metal and stuff. I'm pretty sure, or he
I
likes
think he
like
does.
some really abstract. Like a lot of like good grungy rappers, like they have a lot of like influences from people like that as well. I don't know. It's just kind of just the same kind of. It depends what you're doing in terms of that scene.
I don't know. It's
There's
just
lots of different ways. Like I feel like hip hop is quite a passionate thing. Like yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you have
different.
to-
It's different. Like very different.
it is
It's a
100%.
different way of like expressing yourself.
The thing is though with hip hop, right? I've kind
Compared
of
to-
I watched a YouTuber called Blackie Speaks, and he talks about like hip hop culture and whatnot, and he says that nowadays being a rapper is like a lot different to what it was before, because someone like Post Malone, right? He makes a lot of pop. He doesn't do specifically rap music now, and he never called himself a rapper.
Yeah, a lot of people are like venturing into different.
He's considered a rapper, despite the fact he's kind of shifted away from that now. Same with who else is it?
He's just a creator.
There was someone else. It's like
he's an artist. He's a creator. Yeah.
But it's like being a rapper nowadays. You don't have to predominantly make rap music.
No, it's like
which
you
is
can
kind of
venture
weird.
into loads of different things. Like Ed Sheeran's new thing is
Why
like
is it weird?
really different.
That person
to his
can,
other stuff.
can rap.
But why are you
that
considered?
Person has rap.
Why are you considered a rapper if you don't predominantly make rap
You're
music?
considered a rapper because you have made music on it, and you
But does
have
that mean
done
if I made music
if
about
you went
rock,
on tour
I'd
and
be a
done,
rock star?
If you went on tour and done your music as a rapper and you started rapping, you are a rapper.
Right, but surely it should be whatever you predominantly make is what you are. Because I could make 2 rock songs. It doesn't make me a rock star.
The time is what you.
Nobody said you're a rock star.
I'm using it as an example.
You make rock songs. Yeah, you are somebody who makes.
But I don't predominantly make that.
Yeah, but
no.
you've made them.
So,
and you make them. Like, are you going to make another one?
What?
In this scenario, are you going to make another one?
If I feel like it.
Then you are somebody.
But then I don't
who writes
predominantly
that
make
music.
that though.
Yeah, but you're an artist. You're a
That's
creator.
what I mean.
You can
Wouldn't I be
do
considered
multiple
just
things.
an artist? Why is it? I wouldn't be just considered a rapper
You can
or
do-
a rock
yeah.
star. That's what
No,
I'm
that's what
saying.
I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm
What are
saying.
you on?
I'm saying with Post Malone, right? He's still considered a rapper, but he doesn't predominantly make that. Like,
Yeah, but a
why
lot
isn't
of
he
the
just
time
seen
you're
as an
known
artist?
for what
Like
you
Google
start
still
off
says
doing.
American rapper, but why does it just say artist?
Because a lot of the time you're known
Because
for what
you're
you first
multiple
off do.
things. You're doing multiple.
So why
genres.
doesn't it just say artist, not
That's why
American
you
rapper?
just said. Why does it say it?
I said, why does it say American rapper?
Oh, I don't know. Because that's what he
That's
was
what he was well
considered
known
to
for.
be.
But I'm
And then
saying,
he
why doesn't it just say
He-
artist
Because
instead
he
of American
started
rapper?
off doing that, and he's only really just started to go a different direction.
That's what he's well known
Right.
for. That's
It's
what
probably
most of
going to
his,
change now.
his popular music will be in. So that's what a lot of people are known for.
Yeah.
And that's the main category that all of his music will be, like the majority of it.
Do you think rap, because right now rap and hip hop is like the most popular genre of music, do you think it's going to be like that for a while, or do you think it's going to
always
shift?
been quite heavy in popularity.
It's just become more accepting and easier.
It's
Like-
yeah.
Because nowadays it's predominantly rappers on the Billboard chart and stuff, but then before it was kind of like pop artists with a rapper
Yeah, but then
feature.
you still see
Now
pop
it's predominantly
artists and
rappers.
Yeah,
stuff.
you do still see them. It's just
It's
But
just
it's
like it
predominantly
depends.
rappers.
It depends what
a lot
kind
of
of music
a lot of
you
people
follow.
are
You're gonna
venturing
see
into
it more
different
often.
genres though, and experimenting at the moment.
It's like, right, Old Town Road, whether you want to consider that a rap song, I don't know, but that is the longest running song on the number 1
10
Billboard Hot
remixes.
100 charts. So I think that just kind of shows the longest running song now is a rap song.
Who be
He
Ray
says
Cyrus?
with quotes. But I don't know, I just think, how long is the hip hop and rap going to stay as the predominant thing for?
People have asked this question for a while, but like you're never gonna know. It's
Yeah, we won't get the answer until it
until
happens.
it's until some wave. It's until the next generation comes through with a different wave, like a different vibe, a different idea. Like it depends. Like every generation gets inspired in a different way. Like if you take for example ours, like we're very creative in what we do, and we're quite focused on that. We're quite focused on business stuff as well. Like
Gotta get that dollar.
yeah, it's because we've realised that we're just fucked. Either way,
Also, like, who doesn't like money?
and we
let's
just
be
want to
honest.
do whatever we want to do and just like make money while
Yeah,
we're
because
doing it.
it's easy. It's a lot easier now to do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
so
And
we
it's a lot
have
more
that
acceptable to do
access,
whatever
yeah.
you want, as long as it's not illegal.
And it's not to be really deep, but it's like, to think about it, we are all going to be dead at the end of the day. Like,
Well, I hope not at the end of the day, but
but
like,
you know what I mean, though.
okay.
We're not going to
I
be
mean,
here
what plan
forever.
do you have?
So it's
Jesus,
like,
whips
plan
out
to kill
12-inch machete. Oh shit!
yeah, okay. But no, I don't know. I don't know. I've got short-term memory loss now. I forgot what I even said.
Well, because you have short-term memory loss, should we try calling Josh now?
We should, yes. Let's see if he answers.
Are we doing it over a phone?
Yeah, I'm going to put it up to the mic and then.
Or do you want to, because an iPhone, do you want to screen record it with that, record the audio as well?
It doesn't record
don't
the
think it
audio.
does.
It
Does it
records
not?
the visual, but not
Wow,
that. So
iPhones are shit.
We'll phone
Actually, I
him.
don't
and put it up to
know.
the mic.
I don't know.
You
I
can
thought they
record
did. I
YouTube
thought they
videos
did.
and stuff. Oh, I
Yeah, but
forget.
calls
Just
is a
do it from the
different.
mic.
It's a different.
It's not
sys-
media, is it? It's not
No,
media.
it's not
Call
media.
volume, media volume notifications.
Yeah, just do it through the
systems.
microphone. It's easier.
Yeah, fair enough.
Let's see if he answers.
Yeah. I don't even think I have his number. I'm not gonna-
Nah, I don't know. It kind of feels weird doing this podcast, I will admit, because when we pressed record, like, about an hour ago, I think now.
Yeah, at least an hour. I'm on an hour and 10 minutes, but I started recording before.
Oh, okay.
Started.
I don't know,
You
like,
know what I mean?
it's just, if I felt really weird kind of starting today's episode, because it was like, well, we
It's
haven't
'cause you're not
done
used
it.
to it.
We haven't done it
Done
half
it.
a year. It was like, oh, what do I
When
do?
actually was the last episode? Obviously, I
It was
wasn't there.
it was the day we filmed that scene for my FMP in the TV studio, so start of May, I think.
Mm.
And that was in like start of spring now. It's autumn.
I feel like we needed that though,
I feel like we did. I feel
There
like
was a lot of stuff, so
because it also like gave us some time to experience new things
exactly.
instead of coming back with the same like mindset and whatever every time.
yeah, it was nice. And I think not only that though, the FMP kind of, I don't want to say burned us out, but it
Like,
definitely
it was a stress.
we needed a break from media.
Yeah, it's
'cause,
gonna come again though.
I just kind of accept that, like, you know, at the end of this second year of college now, I might very well need to take another long break and just kind of stay away from media, because
Although, aren't you planning on doing a gap year after this?
I am, yeah. No, I mean like because I want to
Alright.
get back into doing like YouTube and
might
social
do it,
media
but I
stuff.
don't
Yeah, that's why I uploaded for the first time a week
I hope
and
I
a day
get
ago.
back into it. And I've been experimenting with
I
like
feel like
music
that's
and
something
stuff.
good
But
though. Like at least you're expressing yourself creatively when you need to. And
Yeah. There's no, so I've tried putting like, I'd make a video each week, and it's just stressful.
you can't
and
do
it's not
that
fun, though.
unless
It's
you
not
have a
fun,
large following. You can't do that.
and it's just not fun.
I mean,
either.
you can do that.
You
but
can,
it's
yeah.
just
Well, it
like,
depends.
You're
What
busy, and like,
you've made
if it's a
yourself
hobby-
busy for no reason.
no, but if
You're
it's a
not
hobby,
getting-
then you
Yeah.
want to keep it as a hobby.
it's
You
not
don't
that.
want
It's
it to
your
stress you
priority.
out.
What's a priority?
it's something.
What's your priority? Is it building an online following and like getting a fan base and
Or
like
is it-
actually
no, it's
building a
having fun,
channel?
It's having fun.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you
Having
don't.
fun,
You don't
exactly,
need to
yeah.
worry about doing it
And
consistently.
It would
It's not
become,
your
it would
priority.
become stressful
Which
instead
is
of
what I
fun.
want to make this, to be honest. Because I felt like in the first time we done it, we were getting proper like, stressed about how many views we got and stuff. I kind of just
Yeah,
want to
we
release it
did.
and
views,
just go,
didn't you?
this
That's
is
why you got
us.
decent views.
Yeah, we get. Oh, yeah, we got.
But
For
I
a
feel
channel
like they're
our
just
small,
randoms
yes.
that don't stick about. I don't know.
We're slow with that though. It's because our thumbnails as well. Like, I think we're gonna kind of change up our thumbnail game a little bit. But
I feel like yeah, because it looks a bit kind of, I don't know, clickbaity.
no, yeah. See, previously I kind of thought that would be a good idea, but I thought, well, if it's not a
I
news
just
show,
think that we
what's the-
should just go about it about how we actually feel and how we are as people. Like,
because
instead of going, go click this thing, we should just do it how we want to do it.
which is no, and that's kind of why I like today's episode that we
We
didn't
should do
plan
it
anything.
when we want to do it as well. We shouldn't stress on it.
Exactly.
That's kind of why we got burnt out a little bit as well, because it was like, oh shit, every Thursday, and
exactly.
then
You're turning it
one
into a
person
stress.
couldn't meet up, and then
we stressed out about it and it becomes a job.
yep.
Exactly. You don't want that.
It's
You want it
like,
to be a fun hobby.
No, 100%. And like I said, I do feel like we've definitely like got a lot of good experience from this. Like I said, we kind of know each other. Or maybe it's only slightly deeper, but we still know each other deeper than we did. And it's definitely, and like I said, doing self-reflection stuff, like we said before, I realised, if I could do that differently, I'd say different things. But guess what? That's growth. And that kind of shows that, you know, you've gained stuff from this. That's all I've got to say.
Is that all your notes done?
I think that's it. Well, we've
What about
done
your
a good
notes
time.
over there?
Yeah, is there anything you want to say, Reese?
Do you have any notes?
No.
You seem to be looking intently at your computer. Well, not your computer.
No, I
but
was
you're using.
looking at how long we've been recording.
Yeah, 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 26 seconds.
Well.
Oh, mine's like 15.
Well,
What?
all I'm going to say is, it was nice obviously having Nathan here. Obviously, not the same without Josh, but, you know,
Well, that'll be 4 people.
it would. I suppose 4 people, so as long as you don't have a screaming match and, like, just constantly talk over the top of each other, then it's alright.
We did do that a bit this episode.
Yeah,
You
we
can't
did.
help it.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's just saying this. Yeah.
As long as it's not like an
Accept
Xbox
it, you know.
360 party chat.
Yeah.
Then it's not. Then the old Discord.
If it's not a Discord of like
There's
10
always that
people,
one 5-year-old who's like, what the
just
N word
constantly
is.
screaming, just going,
As long as we don't do that, I think we're good.
We'll be Gucci.
Yeah, so anyways, anything else you guys want to say?
no.
Subscribe so I can put bread on my table.
I was about to say Lucky makes money anyway, but YouTube's been a bit weird and have put ads on his videos, but he's not going to see that money.
Oh yeah, subscribe to me if you want. If you want no addition to your life.
Subscribe to me as well. I should be coming back very soon, and Reese can't join in because he doesn't have a channel that he uses. But
yeah, how is your first video back going? I hope you just not, because you said you were thinking about it.
I planned it out, but I've not actually sorted it yet. It'll happen soon.
Can you give any exclusives of
He's done the pre-production paperwork
to the camera.
Production paperwork. Thinking about doing a lot of music stuff. Still kind of dipping my toes in the water and getting the feel of it and stuff.
I do really want to do it. Make a music video. I don't even care what the song is. I just want to make a music video because it's just an excuse to film whatever you want. You know.
Yeah.
It's not even that. Music videos are just a short film. Because short films,
yeah, they can be, because you can have a story in the background.
And they're always kind of entertaining because it's like you've got something to listen and nod your head along to. Where
it's like because you've got the expression of those thoughts in an auditory way. It's a way of expressing it in a visual way as well.
That's where a lot of people experiment as well.
Yeah.
Like there's a really good music video that I like. I think the song's called False Alarm. I don't even care about the song. I find it boring. But I just enjoy the music video because it's where they're pulling off a bank heist, and it's all one shot, but it's a POV. So it's like from the point of view of the person who's singing, you know, and it all goes wrong, obviously. And there's a lot of police officers being shot. But it's entertaining. So
gone wrong. I'm not going to make that joke anymore because it's just old. But like, sorry, just the one gone
bank
wrong.
Heist gone wrong. Bank heist gone sexual. In asterisks, got arrested.
It's funny. Back then, it was that
Another
was the main
asterisk
joke.
got shot in the leg.
Nowadays, the main joke is the
no longer walk.
Something. The nobody jokes. I don't know. Just moving times. Anyway, so.
How long have we been going? Like an hour and 20 minutes, roughly.
Yeah. Well, I guess
have a nice week.
That's us signing off. It's nice.
Have
to
a
be
nice,
back.
however long we're gone for.
Yeah.
If that's a decade, then have a nice decade.
Have a nice decade. Yeah. Anyways, guys.
10-year anniversary.
I'll probably be dead.
Dear. Oh dear. Well, I've been Billy. Are we doing this or are we abolishing this?
Abolishing? I
don't know.
No, that word in age.
Are we abolishing the outro or are we
Abolishing.
keeping it?
Abolishing what?
I don't care.
Anyways, I've been Billy.
I'm Reese.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Thank you very much, guys, for listening.
See ya.
And take care. See you next time.